we continue on the first unit. We'll be looking at introduction to marketing. Okay, so in here, our main objective for this session is that we'll need to, after studying this unit, a student should be able to know the meaning of the term marketing and various marketing concepts. Okay. So the second one, you should be able to differentiate between selling and marketing. Third one, you should be able to differentiate or to learn to know about the marketing management process as well as the core concepts of marketing. Then besides that, you should also be able to know the role of marketing in economic development process. Then last but not the least, you should be able to know the marketing environment. So now let's get started with the intro part. So under the introduction to marketing, we'll now look at the traditional concept of marketing. Now, why is it important that as we are looking at this concept of marketing, we tend first to start with the traditional part of marketing? Why is it important? Yes.
Because how can I call it? That is only First, to start from the people who are near you to market, not my neighbors.
Okay.
Uh-huh. And from there, those neighbors they'll tell their friends, and their friends will tell their friends of friends.
Okay.
Yes, that's how your business is going to be big. Telling friends of friends.
Okay.
The background.
So now let's look at this concept part of it. So according to this theory, the traditional concept of marketing. So in here it's saying that according to the traditional concept, marketing means selling goods and services that has been produced. So the traditional component, I'll give an example. If at all maybe they are farmers, whatsoever they produce at their farmland, then they'll be entitled to sell. That one is called traditional because you are selling either services or products that you've produced. Okay. Then thus all those activities are concerned with persuasions and sales of goods and services are called marketing. So this concept of marketing emphasizes on promotion and sales of goods and services, and little attention is paid to customer satisfaction. Why is little attention paid to customer satisfaction? Because you just want to sell. Your major essence is just to sell so that you can generate profit out of it. Then that's all, because you are not taking it as in on the modern part where you have to satisfy your customers' needs as they are buying those goods from you. So now, besides that, this traditional aspect, it doesn't consider the customer satisfaction. So this concept has the following implications. So now, when we say implication, we simply mean it has the following what? We can put them as in dangers or side effects. So the effect that it has is, number one, we would say the main focus of this concept is just on product. That is, we have the product and that's it. That has to be sold. They have the product that has to be sold. So we have to persuade the customer to buy our product. So that is the implication about this traditional marketing. Their main focus or their major focus is on the product, not the customers. Then they need also to persuade the very customers to sell. Their whole entitlement will be just to sell and not to include the customer satisfaction. Then the second implication that it may have, all efforts of marketing people are concentrated on selling products. They adopt all means like personal savings, sales promotion that boost all the sales. So the ultimate goal of all marketing activity is to earn profit through the maximization of sales. Okay, so for them, their major interest is just to see that all the sales are done and they gain profit out of it. So traditional concepts of marketing, what does it focus on? It focuses on products. This means selling, and it ends with profit through maximization of sales. So have you gotten the concept or entire logic about the traditional aspect of marketing and its implication? Okay, so if the day of baptism come, I think I'll baptize you with this part of baptism because these are the implications. You need to know the implication of traditional marketing as well as the modern and how you can differentiate the two. Okay, so now let's dive into. So the major key takeaway is that traditional marketing concepts they focus on products, number one. Number two,
products.
they just focus on products and services. Yes, they'll just focus on products. Yes, they'll focus on products, not the customer's satisfaction. That would be their major product. They'll focus on the product as well as not the customer's satisfaction. Then this means that they just focus on selling.
Then they grow. People come and order from them.
Yes.
What they'll sell.
People will. They'll either. I'll give an example of a farmer. Like if at all they've grown maize or cassava, if they want to sell those maize, then they will just get. If they say they've got 100 bags, their major interest is the 100 bags. Look for people to buy in bulk. They'll either sell them in bulk or even in small quantity. Because we have those that are doing traditional marketing that are under subsistence farming and also those that are under commercial farming. So if they are under subsistence farming, meaning that they'll be selling in small quantity. And their major interest, if let's say for example they've got 10 bags of maize, 50 kgs, their major essence would be to sell them off. They are completed. So they will just focus on the bags, not on the customer satisfaction. They won't even mind whether the product they are like as in they are spoiled or whatnot. All what they need is just to have them sold. Then besides that, what is the major end? Is that them all what they need is the profit through maximization of sales. That's what they need. Now, let's look at the modern concept of marketing. What do they stand for? So, the modern concept of marketing considers the customer's wants and needs as they guide in the spirit and focuses on the delivery of such goods and services that can satisfy those needs most effectively. Okay, so in here that's how it goes. Like they focus on customers' wants and needs. So in the model, you're now prioritizing your customer, not the product. So you focus on the customer. And then these are the people that will tell you to say, this is April. So in April, what is it that is trending that everyone wants to get to buy? So for them, they'll focus so much on the client. What is it that is trending? What is the major need? And all that. So when it is in that instance of scenario, then you find out that they will capture a lot because they want people's need and also they are focusing on people's need besides the people's need and also the wants.
Like for example, like February. She's into the ceremony.
Yes.
Like some people want those branded t-shirts,
yes,
and everything, branded dengue. What people want, so
they'll focus on that. So in here, this is where now just looking at customers' wants and need and the example that you've given in February 1 on. So now, how can you differentiate the traditional way and the modern way? The differentiation that I can give from there is that you realize that the traditional way of marketing, they don't move with the current trend. Or what they'll do is that if we have 10 bags of maize, we need to sell them off. That's all. Once they are sold, we make money. That's the end. It continues just like that. But the modern, they'll focus on the customer. They'll look at the needs and the wants. What are needs? Things that you cannot live without. Example, water, shelter, food, and clothes. You can't live without these. What are wants? Wants, these are things that you can even survive without them. Okay, so those are the things that this modern concept of marketing usually focuses so much on. So now, when you look at all these, you realize that every month they will look at what is trending. What time do they have this kind of traditional celebration? Then they'll produce brands of that nature, and then they'll look for those clients who need those brands. So that's how it goes. And then you realize that these are the people that will now capture a lot because they focus so much on the people's needs as well as wants. Okay. So now, let's look at the main. So that's marketing. That starts with identifying the customer's needs. So how does this marketing start? It starts, number one, you need to identify your customers' needs. Okay, you just write them. Okay, this is what they want. Have you ever come across with these people? They don't even have a shop, but they will just tell you to say, what do you want? Okay, I want this dress that looks like this. Okay, send on WhatsApp, they'll text you, and then, okay, we'll deliver this dress tomorrow at this time. Make the payments and everything, and it will occur instantly. Then you even wanted to say, but where are they getting all these things? So these people, they are just into modern marketing. What do? They'll look for what is trending. If it's summer, yes, there'll be those summer wear and whatnot. So they'll get all those clothes, but before they get the clothes, they'll first look for a group of people that are interested in such kind. So then they'll look for customers that are in need of what is trending. And thereafter, they'll capture a lot and produce those clothes to them. So that's how it goes with them. So what do? So they start with identifying the customer's need, then they plan. They plan the production of goods and service accordingly to provide him or her with the maximum satisfaction. Such that when they bring those clothes, you'll be like, wow, this is what I really wanted. Then you even get it. And then you ask yourself, why did I meet this person? Oh, I just saw a Facebook post advert, and then I followed that link. It took me to the WhatsApp group. Then I saw the dresses which were presented there. Did they took you at the shop? No, it was just via online. And then, did you make the payment? Yes. Was the dress delivered? Yes, it was delivered. Were you happy? Yes, I was happy. Why? Because I never moved out of my place and go to the shop and buy it, but it was done online. And this is what Alibaba Pay, eBay, and also Amazon, they are doing. This is what they are doing. They are currently just looking at what is trending. And we have a lot of people that are into this kind of modern marketing, the freelancers, affiliate marketing, all that. It is entirely centered on what is trending. Okay. Then in other words, the products and services are planned according to the needs of customers rather than according to the availability of the material and the machinery. So this is what the modern marketing is all about. They'll plan for what you want, not what is available and the machinery that you have. You can have the machinery and you can have products. And this explains the reason why some other people, they'll have their products in stock and the machinery in stock, but no sales. Why? Because them they are producing what they want, not what the clients want there. So those are the strategies that you really need to implement as someone that has learned the modern way of marketing. Then now let's look at the other part. So not only that, all activities, manufacturing and research, as well as development, quality control, distribution, selling, etc., etc. So all these are directed to satisfy the customers. So now, what are the main implication of the modern concepts, the modern marketing concepts? To every advantage, there is a disadvantage. So, what are some of the major implications? So, the first major implication says that they focus on the focus of this concept is on customers orientation. Is on customer orientation. So, the marketing activity starts with an assessment of customers' need and plan the production of items that satisfy these needs most effectively. So, in here, the implication is that before you start your selling, what you really need to start with is that you need to assess your customers' need and plan for the production. So in here, it actually involves planning. So if you are that kind of a lazy person, then you can't do it. Move away. So that's how it goes. Because one, it will require you to identify your customers' needs and wants and their satisfaction. Once you identify that, then you start planning for them. How do I buy things? How do I buy this? Okay, give an example. We're in Moses, where there is farming as well as cattle keeping and all that. So everything is all centered just on farming. And then you realize that, okay, what mode of transport do people use mostly? Okay, there are those that use motorcycles and all that. So in an event whereby you find farmers that maybe you are going somewhere and then you just come across them and then you overheard that maybe they need to buy maybe 10 bicycle, 10 motorbike for their farm so that their work can be carried on, the delivery can be carried on precisely. So what do? Or what you are going to do is that you need to get their needs. What do they need? They need the motorbike. So as you get that need, then you need to plan. So planning meaning that do you have a motorbike yourself? No, but you want to apply the principle of modern market. So what do? You really now need to plan. You need to make calls and call the producer or the people that sell those motorbikes. Then you tell them that I've got a group of people that needs this. So what we are going to do, you become a middle person, and that is what we call freelancing or affiliate. So when you become a middle person, you'll be talking like you'll be communicating to two people, the customer's needs as well as the producer. So the producer there, they've got the motorbike, but they are too busy, they cannot reach the customer where they are. And you, as just a person, as a freelancer, or as a person that has learned about the modern marketing, you will have the ability to research on the customer's need, which is they need a motorbike. So what do? So what I'm going to do is that I will need to make calls to the supplier. So when you make calls to the supplier, or you make calls or you write to the supplier and then you tell them that I've got 10 clients that needs to buy 10 I've got a client that needs to buy 10 motorbikes. So how much are you selling one motorbike? Then if they tell you that we are selling each at 20,000, 20K, and then they'll tell you to say that since they want 10, so what we are going to do is that since you've linked up all this entire thing, what we'll be doing is that we'll be giving you 1,500 motorbike. So meaning, okay, we'll be giving you 2,000. Let's put it at 2,000, 2K. So for this company, the company will make how much? This is 20K times 10. So this would be 200K. So the company will make something that is worth about 200,000. So this company will make 200,000. Okay, it's gonna make 200,000. Then they'll be giving you 2,000, 2K per each motorbike. So then you multiply by 10. What are you going to make? So you make 20K. So you make 20,000. So you are going to make 20,000 for the 10 motorbike. And then this company from that 200,000 kwacha, 200,000 kwacha, okay, they will subtract 20K. So the company to make the profit of how much? Are you following? How much will the company make? If we subtract 200 minus 20. 180. So the company will have 180. So this company will have 180,000. Now the question is that if you didn't reach out to this company, could have they even managed to make this amount? No. So you were there, you acted as a freelancer or as an affiliate to reach these two, and then you had to sign terms. So that's how it goes. And this is where now you find nowadays people, they are not, especially these that are using modern marketing. What they do is that they'll get clothes and then they'll start advertising them, advertise, and then they've already communicated with the owners, the wholesale, where they're coming from. So that all what they need is like, okay, I have that dress, so what do I do? Okay, you start communicating with them. How much is it? Okay, it's 250. Okay, 250, they know how much they'll get from there. So if they do more sales, they'll make money just like that. The question that you ask is that, are these people making anything? What is their major expense? The major expense is just them having a gadget, a phone, with internet connectivity and advertising on social media. Just that. Do they need to be in a shop or somewhere? No, they can be anywhere. Their own place or anywhere. They can still do that work and deliver anywhere. Then in terms of delivery, this is where now you say, okay, at this time, okay, we'll get this dress and whatnot. And then in terms of delivery, they usually charge. They will tell you to say, okay, for transportation, just pay 50 kwacha, and we'll put that, and then we'll transport it to come and reach you. They'll put that on a bus, and then it will reach the owner. That's how it goes. And these are situations where you find out to say that even in transport sector, you find these boxes that are written, right? Maybe if it's Lusaka, LSK, contact number, even the name. So those ones, what usually happen in there, when you see such happening, just know that, okay, this is modern marketing. Because modern marketing, it ensures that it satisfies the customer's needs. Then besides that, so we say this also applies to all other marketing activities like pricing, packaging, distribution, and sales promotion. Okay, so in marketing activity, what are the major marketing activities? In marketing activities, we have pricing. What is pricing? Pricing is the process by which we give tags on each products. We give the price tags. Yes.
The first thing is production.
Uh-huh.
Then second, test. Then third, pricing.
Yeah.
Then lastly, promotion.
Promotion, yes. Then it goes just like
Four
that.
P's of marketing.
Yes, those are the four key of production, of marketing. So it starts with production. Production is the major source. Then from there it goes on. Then after the products, from the production, then you get to get those products. Then you process them. You get them as in the raw material. You process them, and then once they are processed, then you start now. You put price. You start pricing. Then distribution, as well as you put the promotion on sales, just like that. Okay, then the second part, we say all marketing activities like product planning. So all marketing activities, so what are marketing activities that you need to take as a modern marketer? Product planning. You need to plan product planning. Remember, the whole entire main goal of this kind of marketing is your customer. You're focusing on your customer satisfaction. So, as you have identified your customers' wants, then you will now engage. You are going to be you will be engaged in the activity, the marketing activity that we call product planning. You need to now start planning for that product. Then besides that, you also need to start pricing, packaging, and distribution. This is where on phone you can even say, okay, this motorbike, it is 20k each, then it goes just like that. Then you can tell your clients to say, it's not, it's at 23. Yes, 23. You've already even talked to the supplier there. That's business. You've talked to them, yeah, and you are getting from them, you're also getting from the other end. Then you tell them, okay, I'll need the receipts and everything. They'll even do that for you and send. And then someone will even be surprised, and then they can't even ask you. And what they'll think is that you also work from there, because you are delivering receipts, you are sending instant in PDF. And I'm like, they'll even start referring, calling their friends, and then it's going, you're making money. So that's how it goes. So in there, it also requires about you do the product planning, pricing, packaging, distribution. So this is where the warehouse, the production side, they've got their own actual price. But even you, as a freelancer, you also put your own price. That's how it goes. The victims are the people that will come and see your content. So that's how it goes. So that's how it goes on that part. So now, this is called integrating marketing. So this whole entire process that I've talked about, it is called integrating what? Marketing. And it implies developing a product that can satisfy the need of the customers, taking promotion measures so that customers come to know about the product and its features, quality, and availability. So in here, you need to now set up promotional measures that can, so that the consumers come to know about the products. You do the nice branding of the products. You advertise them nicely. You talk about those products. Then you talk about the sale promotion, as well as these are combined into one, and they are combined into one as coordinated marketing efforts. So this is just the integrating part of marketing. Now, if you look at this is where now you find other people, like they'll be just modern marketers. They'll be selling. They'll be like, okay, these are the cars that we have, the Japanese cars. So we got these cars, they even put the cars there, the brand and everything. They've already communicated with the owners at the warehouse. So all what we need to do is that if they'll even get the full price from the factory. And then they'll also come up with their own pricing during the planning period, and then they'll start now advertising and putting on their own promotion, even the company's promotion, but they'll also put their own promotion to attract more clientele. I'll give an example for this one. At the company, it is being sold at 20k at the factory because they're quite cheaper. But you even put them at 23k on promotion. Yeah. You put them on promotion 23, and then it goes just like that. Then mostly you can even drop it at 21k. Then they'll notice that, okay, 21k. Then besides that, others, what they do is that if it is at 20k at the factory, what they're gonna do is that they would say before we were selling at 30k, now we are selling at 23k. Have you seen that? This before and now, it will confuse the you see, but at the mean, it is like this. So all what you really need to do is like, as a marketer, you really need to know what we call marketing psychology. What is marketing psychology? Marketing psychology is just simple. You say, okay, what is it that is trending? Oh, okay. You study the people that are found in the area where you are, and then you check what is trending and what everyone could love to get and what not. And then you'll be like, okay, what should I do? Then you plan for that. And as you are planning, you are setting up the marketing psychology and also the traps. For now, you can trap them so that you can attract more clientele to come through you, and then make sales and make money out of it. Then thereafter, you'll be like, what is happening? This person is thriving now because he has done more sales. And then besides that, the more you're making more sales to this company A will also give you other offers, and it will also be giving you the other promotion deals. Once he gives you those promotion deals, then you now become, you even brand yourself with the company, or the company's brand. It can either be t-shirts or anything, so that as you're showcasing all this, then people will start gaining trust and all that, so that that can be implemented.
And again, if you sell for the company, that's a car.
Yes.
3,000, 3 yeah,
Yes. Again, the company will give you two. Yes. So meaning that you'll be making, after we said 2k, now it will go to 5k, 3k yours and the 2k that you're getting. So 5k times 10, so you'll be making 50,000. For just this transaction. You'll be like, wow. Then again, you need now to plan. Let me plan for the bigger thing now. So at least if I just sell one or two, and I'm done. I can even go and sleep because everything is there. That's how these guys do. Everything is there. You even say, okay, now I'll sleep because it's in place. So that's how it goes there. Then besides that, we have taken promotion measures so that customers come to know about the product, features, quality, and availability. Pricing products, keeping in mind that the target consumers purchasing power and willingness to pay. So that's how it goes. And this law of marketing, now let me just paraphrase it up. I think from this part, let me just, okay, I was